What if reality isn't as rigid as it feels? Not in a think it and it magically appears kind of way, but in a deeper way. What if your focus is the steering wheel, your state is the engine, and your choices are the road? Because here's the truth. You may not control everything that happens, but you do influence what you notice, what you believe is possible, and what you decide to do next. Today, I'm going to give you a framework I call a quantum leap, not as science proof, but as a spiritual metaphor for a real-life shift, a shift in identity, energy, and decision-making. And by the end, you'll do a short activation practice to lock it in. Fast, simple, grounded. Chapter 1. The Fabric of Reality. Observation changes things, but not like people claim. You've probably heard people throw around the observer effect, so let's clean this up in one sentence. In quantum physics, observation means measurement and interaction, not a human mind controlling matter. In experiments like the double-slit setup, when you try to measure which path a particle takes, the conditions change, and interference can disappear. That doesn't mean your thoughts are a magic remote control. It means when you interact with a system to extract information, you can change the outcome. Now here's the spiritual translation, and it's powerful. The moment you truly observe yourself, your patterns, your attention, your reactions, you are no longer the same person. Because awareness is not passive, awareness is an influence. And your life is full of systems that respond to influence. Your nervous system, your habits, your relationships, your confidence, your follow-through. So chapter 1 is not reality obeys you, it's this. Reality gives feedback, and your attention decides what feedback you even notice. Chapter 2. Intentional focus, your spiritual lever. Most people think focus is just a thought, but focus is a whole system. Focus is where your attention goes, what emotion fuels it, what belief holds it, and what action confirms it. And here's something both science and spirituality agree on. What you practice becomes stronger. Your brain can reorganize through experience. Neuroplasticity is real, and selective attention is not a vibe. It's a core function of how cognition works. Here's the spiritual angle. Your focus is your devotion. What you consistently return to becomes your altar. If you return to fear, your world shrinks. If you return to trust, your world expands. And your level of arousal and wakefulness influences what you can even access. There's research on the brain's ascending arousal systems shaping wakefulness and attention. Now, careful, because this matters. This doesn't mean you can think your way out of everything, and it doesn't mean your mood directly controls the universe. But it does mean your internal state changes your filter, and your filter changes your choices, and choices create trajectories. So here's the Phase 2 truth. If you want a different life, you don't start by forcing outcomes. You start by training focus and choosing a state you can sustain. Chapter 3. Vibrational alignment. Frequency without the cringe. Let's talk about frequency, vibration, energy. Some people mock it because they think it's childish. Other people worship it and forget reality. Here's the balanced version. Frequency is your state, the emotional and nervous system signature you carry into everything. Fear has a frequency, gratitude has a frequency, certainty has a frequency, resistance has a frequency. Not as a magical beam, but as a real pattern of perception and behavior. And yes, experience can shape biology over time through complex pathways. Epigenetics research discusses how life experience can become biologically embedded, while also being clear that the relationships are nuanced and not a simple think and change your genes button. Now the most underrated frequency shifter is this: gratitude. Not toxic positivity, not pretending, not denying pain. Gratitude is a training cue for your brain. Scan for what supports me. Notice what's working. Remember what's real and good. And across many studies, gratitude interventions show small but real improvements in well-being on average. Small doesn't mean worthless. Small means sustainable and repeatable. So Chapter 3 is simple. You don't manifest by begging the universe. You align by becoming the version of you who naturally makes different choices. Fear says, protect. Alignment says, proceed with wisdom. Chapter 4. From Concept to Manifestation, the Quantum Leap Framework. Now we turn the idea into a method. A quantum leap is not gradual self-improvement, it's an identity decision. A new standard, a new direction, a new I don't negotiate with my old self. Here's the framework, 5 steps. Step 1, intention. Make it specific. Not, I want more abundance. Say, for the next 14 days, I show up for 20 minutes daily. Or, this week, I send 3 applications. Or, tonight, I put my phone away at 10:30. Specific intention is spiritual clarity. It's telling energy where to go. Step 2, emotional charge. Attach a true reason. Ask, what do I really want underneath this? Peace? Freedom? Pride? Love? Safety? Emotion is fuel. Without fuel, intention stays a wish. Step 3, micro move. One small action. This is where reality responds. Send one message, write one paragraph, clean one corner, walk 10 minutes. Create the smallest proof that you're serious. Step 4, surrender the how. Stop forcing. Surrender doesn't mean you quit. It means you stop strangling the process. You set direction and you allow life to collaborate. Step 5, track synchronicities and act on them. Synchronicities are not always miracles. Sometimes they are opportunities you were finally able to notice because your filter changed. A conversation, a random idea, a door that opens, a helpful person, a sudden clarity. And here's the final truth. The universe doesn't reward desperation. It responds to coherence. Coherent intention, coherent emotion, coherent action. That's the leap. Activation, 60 to 90 seconds. If you can, do this with me. Simple, quiet, powerful. 1. Breathe. Inhale and exhale longer than you inhale. Again. 2. Intention. Say inside, today I move 1% toward, and fill in your word. 3. Gratitude. Name 3 things, small, real, not perfect. 4. The next step. What is the smallest action you can take right after this video? Write it down. 1 sentence is enough. That's your leap. If you take only one thing from this, take this. You don't change the quantums of your kitchen, but you change your state. And your state changes your filter. And your filter changes your decisions. And decisions change your life. If you want, comment LEAP and tell me in 1 sentence what your micro step is today. See you in the next Spirit and Sound.